when we have to calculate the profitability of the business, we will always use the income statement, because all the income and expenses are recorded in the income statement, and the net profit and operating profit is available. So it's very important that you must understand these ratios, and you must understand how to do the calculations. So in the profitability ratios, it's easier because they say gross profit on sales. So gross profit on sales at the bottom, gross profit on cost of sales, gross profit on cost of sales at the bottom. And then you just take the figures out of your income statement and you calculate the correct figure. So the one that we're going to calculate now is the profit, gross profit on cost of sales. So if I look here, the gross profit is 62,000 and the cost of sales is 96,000. So I've put the gross profit at the top, the cost of sales at the bottom, and that gave me the percentage. If I look in 2020, the gross profit was 66,000 and the cost of sales was 90,000. So there I will take the 66 divided by the 90,000 and it gives me 73.33. Now, in the majority of cases, they will not only ask you to do the calculation. The calculations are done to interpret the accounting records to decide whether any measures must be taken to improve the situation. So, first of all, if I look at the answers that I calculated now, and I take into the account that the business maintains a profit of 75% on cost price. That means they take the cost price and they add 75% of the cost price to the original cost price. Okay, so if we look at that, then I see in 2020 we almost reached the profit percentage because we had 73.33. Now in 2021 it decreased to 64.58. So that is a very big difference between the 75. So the first thing that you have to do is you must compare these two percentages with each other to show that the percentage decreased from 73 to 64. Then you must compare this to the markup profit so that you can see, is it more or less 75%, and if it's lower, then I will have to have a look and see exactly what happened. So I will do an investigation. Okay. Then the third thing that you have to do is you compare this with competitors. So it's competitors selling the same type of thing. So Checkers, Pick n Pay, Spar, they will compare their profits with each other. So you will not take a shop selling food and compare that profit to a shop selling clothing. It must be similar products of your competitors. And now I'm not satisfied because this profit decreased a lot. So I have to determine what was the result. I could have donated a lot of trading stock because the stock was old, or it was damaged by staff or clients, or the annual sales was held to decrease the profit because we sold a lot of old stock, and we can have special promotions, for instance, 2 for the price of 1, with the hope that we can increase the sales of these products, but because the people are in the business, they will also buy other products at the normal price. It could also be that we have an annual sale just to get rid of all the old stock so that we don't have to carry it into the next financial year. And after I determined what was the reason for this, I must decide, is it worth having all these sales and special promotions because I'm decreasing my profit a lot, or is that the only way that we can get rid of the old stock? If we can find another way to sell the old stock, then we must rather try and sell all our products at the normal price. So the main reason why the profit percentage is lower than the 75 is normally because you have special promotions, or you have annual sales or 3-monthly sales, and that means that you sell the products at a lower price than the normal one. It could also be that you give cash discount to customers if they pay cash, so that we can have more cash available in the business, and that means that the profit actually decreases. Okay, so I gave you several methods how to increase the profits. Now, if we want to get rid of the old stock, we have to have a sale so that we can sell it cheaper. But now we're not satisfied with the profit. So what else can we do? We can increase our sales so that we increase the total sales, and that will increase my total profit in the end. And the way that I will increase sales is, for instance, by advertising more than I've done in the past, so that the people can see my goods are good quality. People who didn't know about my business will see it in the adverts. You can reduce your expenses, so it means that I must look at these expenses and decide which of these expenses are too high. What can I do to reduce that expense? You must check the pricing policy, so you must decide, must I have a bigger profit than 75% on cost? Can I increase it, for instance, to 90% on cost? The big problem with increasing the percentage profit is that if there is 4 similar types of businesses in a shopping center, and you increase your prices so that it's higher than the other shops, then people will leave your business and they will go and buy somewhere else, and in future they will also go and buy there. So you will definitely lose clients if you change your profit percentage. If we have cash available, so if there's money available in the business, it's better to pay the loans so that you don't pay interest on the loan, because that would also increase your profits. So to implement this profit percentage so that we have a better percentage and a total better profit, it means that we must do something about the products that we purchase. So if we look at all these here, you must buy cheaper suppliers so that you get goods cheaper, then you can increase your profit percentage. Pay the suppliers in time so that you can get discount, that will increase your profit. Buy from suppliers in bulk to get trade discount. Try and negotiate cheaper prices with your suppliers. Try to purchase products locally so that you are not affected by movements in the currency, and that you don't have to pay for transport expenses. And if you pay cash, you can also ask for cash discount. The other thing that you can do is with your expenses. So I must try and reduce my expenses. And say, for instance, the salaries are very high, then what the majority of businesses will do, some of the staff members will have to leave, and the other people will have to do their work as well to reduce the salaries. Reduce your outstanding debt so that you don't pay interest to creditors or interest on a loan. And when you're sure that that increase that you add to the cost price is not going to have an effect on your customers, that they leave you and buy from another shop, then you can also increase your profits. So what I do is I will see how can I increase the sales, how can I decrease the expenses, how can I achieve a better profit by changing the profit percentage.